This is the Math 1401 Zoom meeting, March 4th, 8 p.m. We have a participant here. Have you got any questions?
None so far.
None?
Yes, sir.
Well, man, that means I got to pick out some problems to work. You sure you don't want to see any problems?
No, I do want to see problems, but I would appreciate it if you pick out one. You always pick the best that would relate to what we will have in class as well.
Well, when you all don't pick them, all I do is just walk through the homework, try to pick problems I haven't done before. So I'm trying to remember what I did on Monday. Try to make sure I don't repeat them. Let's see. I think I did 17A Monday. I think I worked my way through 23. Do you want me to just do that, or?
That would be nice, sir.
Well, actually, I think I did 17A. Let me see if I can back up and try 17B and C.
Thank you,
So
sir.
you want me to just work on those?
Yes, Professor.
All right. 17B. All right. The probability that someone will live is 0.99757. And I want a lot of words, so I'll just show the problem here. They're talking about someone 40-year-old, a male 40-year-old, probability they'll live to be 41. 99.757% chance. I think I did A on Monday. So we'll do B and C. B and C are kind of paired. So what is the probability 5 randomly selected 40-year-olds will live to be 41? So in B, probability that 5 live. Wi-Fi working good tonight, no real delay. Better not talk about it too much, might jinx it. You'd have 5 slots. So each person live would be 0.99757. And can you see that would be 0.99757 to the 5th power? .757 raised to the 5th power. 9879. 98% chance 5 40-year-old people will live to be 41. Notice it isn't 100%, things can happen. Car wrecks, work accidents, cancer, disease. But that's pretty high probability. Now C is paired. Probability at least 1 will not live. 1 of 5. All right, now the slick way is to see that this is a complement to this. Now that is obvious to me. Is that obvious to you, or do you need explanation?
It's obvious.
Obvious, okay. That means very slickly we can do this as 1 minus 0.9879. He deliberately follows this pattern that he asks a question like this, and then he asks a complement question where you can just take the answer and do a complement, meaning subtract it from 1. So 1 minus 0.9879. 0121. And then he asks, is that unusual? Would it be unusual? In effect, is this unusual? And the answer, hopefully you know, is yes, because it's less than or equal to 0.05. So yeah, it'd be a 1% chance that at least one of 5 would not live, and yeah, that'd be unusual. All right, you want me to just keep working through some of the problems?
Can we get a selection of the ones that are a little bit more challenging?
Sure thing. Happy to do that. Let me see if I can increase your volume. I can bear. Okay, it's my volume that's down. Yeah, which one do you consider more challenging?
I'm going through the questions right now on my. I just opened it up, so let me go through it, please.
All righty. You know something? Dad gummit, that was from 5.3. We're supposed to be on 5.4.
Okay.
My apologies. Doggone. Okay, I backed up a section. Doggone, I gotta wake up here. Yeah, see if you can find something more challenging from 5.4. Now I'm on 5.4. This was from 5.3. What can you find more challenging?
I'm seeing like a division, a probability based on division. I can't remember, I can't recall that kind of, that should be 5, 4.3.
Okay, now that sounds like a MyLab problem.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Oh, I need to go to the book. Oh, sorry.
No problem. I'll be happy to answer 5.4.3, but you're gonna have to tell me what the problem is because I don't have it in front of me.
Oh, okay. You said, okay. Suppose that E and F are 2 events and that probability of E and F is equal to 0.5.
Okay.
And probability of E is equal to 0.8.
Okay. Is this what you've told me so far?
Yes, Professor.
Okay, sure thing.
What is the probability of F divide E?
Okay, that's not a divide. Notice it's vertical.
Yes. Oh, yes.
It's given.
Oh, given. Oh, okay. Then I think I got it. Okay.
And the way it's read is that you do a fraction, and the stuff after the given is what goes on bottom. So that's probability of E. And then both of them go on top. They usually switch the order, but I don't guess you technically have to, but they usually do. So you want the probability F of happening given that E is happening or has happened. That means they're occurring together. So you want the probability they occur together over the probability of what's given.
Okay. I didn't know that line means given. I'm sorry.
No problem.
Because you've taught this already. So.
Yeah, if they want to divide, they would have slanted it.
Oh, okay.
Okay, well now, once you've diagrammed it out and you have this, it's just a matter of plug and chug.
Yeah.
E and F is 0.05 on top. Just E is 0.8.
Yeah.
We can divide that out. 0.0625. Okay, do you have any more MyLab problems? We've got another participant, but I can't see your name. You want to tell us who you are? If you're trying to tell me, you must be muted because I can't hear anything. And Mr. Augustine, you muted yourself again.
Hello.
Ah, hello. Okay, you came back for 8 o'clock. Do either of you have any more MyLab questions?
No, please.
Okay. How about Mr. Augustine? You got any questions? More MyLab questions?
No, let me solve it through and then see the ones that will give me, because I'm trying to get it all done tonight. I've been a little bit behind.
Okay, well, while you're doing that, you want me to pick another problem out of the book?
Yes, Professor. Thank you.
All right, well, how about 17B? This is off page 268. And the data, I won't write the data down, but the data works off Made in America. So from a poll, they took these age ranges and asked if you were more likely to buy something if it was made in America, less likely, or if it doesn't matter to you, neither more nor less likely. And then the totals vertically are here and the totals horizontally are over here. And we made the point Monday that this total, the totals vertically there, horizontally there, you got to come to the same number here. I did part A Monday. Why don't we try B? Find the probability you're more likely to buy. More likely. Given, they do use the word given. You're 35 to 44, which is really the backwards. They switched part A. Part A was 35 to 44, given you were more likely. So you can see that in part B. They've switched it from part A. What is the probability you're more likely to buy given that you're 35 to 44? All right, just like this up here, we're going to diagram it out the same. This is like your F, this is like your E. I've kind of run out of room horizontally, so I'm going to come down here, equals, and form a fraction. And then just like up here, the stuff after the given goes on bottom. So down here, but I'm going to use number 35 to 44. And then you want both. I'll do it underneath. On top, the number 35 to 44, and you're more likely. So then if I run to the table, the number 35 to 44 totally is 536. All right. The number both 35 to 44 and you're more likely, 35 to 44 would be all these three, either of these three numbers, and we want to pick out the and you're more likely. That'd be 329. And notice it's less than 1. 329 divided by 536. 6138, 614. Okay. I think I did 19A on Monday. I think B is the reverse of A. This is driver fatalities. We'll try 19B. Find probability that you have a Sunday crash given you're female. It was a female fatality. Okay. It does not technically use the word given. You have to really puzzle it out. But when they ask you what you're finding, what is the probability that it occurs on Sunday. That's what you're trying to find there. What is the probability that occurs on Sunday among the female fatalities? That's what's given. So using the given notation, you find the probability that it occurs on Sunday given it's female. And we diagram it out exactly like we've done the previous two. I'll do number female. Then on top, both female and Sunday. So then number female on bottom. Look at the table. Female is totaled all the way down, 13,989. All right, then I look at the female column and I want to AND it or intersect it with Sunday. So the female fatalities on Sunday, 2287. And we can divide that out. 13,989. 16. Are we going too fast?
No.
Okay. Do you want to see C? Well, it's hard to know.
Yes, please.
Well, wish I had offered. Let me see if I can puzzle out what he wants. Are there any days in which a fatality is more likely to be male? That is probability of male given Sunday much different from probability male given Monday and so on? Well, let me see. They're saying no, and pretty much you really can do it from just comparing the number that occurred. Notice it's in the 3,000s a lot of days. Doesn't really vary between Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. It really jumps on the weekends, if you notice. Look at that. It jumps from 3,300 to 3,900 to 4,700. Then it decreases back again on Sunday. Now they're saying no, it really, none of these probabilities are really very much different. That's fine. They're all in the 3,000s and 4,000s. That's true. And maybe you can make the argument that if somebody wanted to say, well, they seem to jump on the weekends, so the weekends are much different, I wouldn't mark that wrong either. You can read data a lot of different ways. I guess the thing to learn is that there's a lot of male drivers who die. A lot more male drivers die than female drivers, about double. Y'all be safe when you're out there driving.
Yeah. The statistics says a lot.
It's about the most dangerous thing you do every day. It really is. But it's such a common thing to do that you don't really think about how dangerous it really is. Do you want me to keep working?
I would like to, if that is possible, can I ask questions related to the exam right
Absolutely.
now? Because it's recorded. Okay.
Absolutely.
Just want to know if I don't know how to put it because this is recorded. Okay. If some of these, the scope of the exam, will it cover the whole of the chapter 5 or just?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Covers 5.1, 2, 3, and 4.
Okay. Okay. And then we're still getting 20 questions or 30 questions.
No, 20.
20. Okay. Thank you.
Yep. 20 questions. They'll be true, false. You'll put your answers on a Google form. Literally, just like type this word true, type the word false. Literally, just like this. You get one submission.
Yes. Okay.
It'll be out on Friday. It's 3/5 and due Sunday. 3/7. But none will be accepted again after Wednesday. Midnight. Try to keep the same system. Keep the confusion down. What would be 8, 9, 10? That'd be 3:10. We're through with D2L. We did our proctored test in D2L to keep the school happy. I'm through with it. So
yeah, that was my nightmare actually. I downloaded it. I don't want to just. There's a test lockdown browser thing. So I didn't have it on the computer that I have. So when I clicked on it, it downloaded lockdown browser. Instead of opening the rehearsal where you tested, it opened the exam and locked up my screen. So I so just
yeah.
well, yeah.
There's a lot of complaints about it. I've had much better luck with Google.
Okay.
You know, right? You will not get immediate answers.
Yeah.
You won't get answers until I release them on Thursday.
Okay, Professor.
Yeah, it's much easier to get the answers off Google.
Yes.
It'll send you an email. You don't have to log back into D2L and fiddle around trying to get them. Okay, other questions?
I don't have any. I don't know about the rest of the people in the class.
Okay, well, we've got another participant. I don't have your name out there. I don't have your name on the screen. You want to tell us who you are?
Hey, it's Jessica.
Ah, sure thing. Welcome. Do you have any questions?
No, sir.
Anybody dying to see me work more problems, or are you just dying? Not getting much response. Anybody want to see me work anything more?
No, you actually did extensive work on the 12 o'clock lecture.
Okay.
So I was, yeah, I went through it.
Okay.
I'll go back and watch that then. I haven't watched the 12 o'clock yet.
Yeah, I worked a problem out of the MyLab that was, it was about the tape player or digital music player. You like so many tracks out of, I think the numbers change off that darn MyLab. I think the numbers at 12 o'clock where you like 4 of them out of 13. And so, yeah, what's the probability you like 2 tracks, don't like either track? Exactly. Yeah, I worked it at 12 o'clock. If you want to see, just to get you started, want to see the beginnings of it now, I'd be happy to do it again.
Yeah, can we go ahead and do that?
Do you want to use those same numbers, or have you got different numbers you want to use?
We can just go ahead and use those numbers. I don't know what specific problem you're talking about, so.
Well, I think it was 5.4.27. Now, you may, if when you log on to MyLab and you look at this, you may have slightly different numbers because it does scramble things. But it was like a digital music player. You bought a CD and it had 13 tracks. And I guess each song is on its own track. And you liked 4 songs. So we can go the probability that you like a song then is 4 out of 13. Now, it had you go through this first condition is that you play a song once in random order. It can't be repeated. All right, so part A was find probability you like 2 songs. It really said first 2 songs. All right, this is a similarity to with replacement, without replacement. Even though songs like this are they're digital bits on a thing and you can't physically remove them, it's implied. So you create 2 slots, one for each song, and you want to know the probability you like both songs. Well, if you like the first song, that probability would be 4 out of 13. Okay, if you can't repeat the song, you've got to assume a song you like was played here. You like was played. Not prayed, played. Sorry, played. So that's going to leave you 12 songs to pick from. And if you like this song, that leaves 3 songs left to pick from that you like. That's going to work out 12 out of 156. Did we go through that too fast?
No?
No, I got it.
Okay. So part B was the probability you like neither song of 2. All right. In other words, so 2 slots and you not like. Well, the complement idea comes in. If you like 4 out of 13, how many don't you like? You see it be 9 out of 13? Do you see that?
Yes, Professor.
Okay, he sees it. Did everybody else see it?
Yes.
Okay. So then same logic on this second poll. You assume a song you didn't like was played here, leaving 12 songs and 8 you don't like. 72, 156. Now, what's really tricky was part C, probability you like exactly 1 song. All right, you need a chart. I'll do it on the next page because I ran out of room. So part C, probability you like exactly one song of 2. All right, your chart, you have track 1 and track 2. All right, it exactly parallels your coins with heads and tails. You can like both tracks, both songs. You can not like the first, don't like the second one, not like the first one, like the second one, or maybe you don't like either one. Oh, we got more participants. Awesome. Can't see y'all's names. Sorry. All right. Part A basically was row 1. Bring it back. Part A, like 2 songs, that was basically row 1. Part B was row 4 here. Like neither song. I'll rewrite the answers here. So row 1 was probability of 4 over 13 times 3 over 12. And in part B here, row 4 was 9 over 13 times 8 over 12. Which rows correspond to like exactly 1?
The second and third.
Second and third, we'll call them row 2 and row 3. Got to have both rows. And you work both rows out exactly like this. So row 2 is going to be, if you like the first song, that you like 4 of them out of 13. Now we're not going to reduce it because your condition changed. See, the reason it reduces because your condition stayed the same. But you see here, you liked 4 out of 13, which means you didn't like 9, but there's 12 songs left. You played a song, can't be repeated. That's going to give you 36 out of 156. Little bit of room, try to squeeze row 3 in here. Row 3, you're starting with not like, which is 9 out of 13. Then the condition changes, so you're like 4, but you're out of 12. You come out here, 9 out of 13 times 4 out of 12. That's also going to be it's going to be 36 out of 156. Just reverse, so it's still got the same number. So what happens is, like exactly 1, probability like exactly 1 will be basically row 2 add row 3. 36 over 156, add another 36 over 1, or you can double it. You know, adding identical things mean they double times 2. You could go 1 times 2. Either one of these times 2. You play it either way. Well, I'll keep it fresh. It's 72 over 156. Questions about that?
No.
Okay. Now what they did in part D is that you rinse and repeat. Repeat A to C if you can replay the song. I don't guess I'll do the whole, I think you'll get the idea. I don't think I have to redo the whole thing. I'll just show you A again. If you can replay the song, in other words, they're relaxing this condition. Okay, now you go to play the first song and now you can play that song again. It's eligible. It's still in the pool to be played again. Do you see that this fraction won't change? So I'll just write down A again. Your probability you like 2, you'd start off with 4 over 13. And if you can replay that song, it stays 4 over 13 on the next track. And you're getting 16 over 169. So that's going to happen all the way through this. This will stay 9/13 if you can replay it. And then up here, this row 2 and row 3. Now, the 4 and 9 will stay the same, but your 12 will stay 13. There and here. Because you can replay the track. There's still 13 tracks in the pool to be played on the second one, just like the first one. Is this as clear as Lake Lanier?
Just about.
Yeah, okay. That's what we did at 12. I basically just gave you a repeat of the 12 p.m., at least the first half of the 12 p.m. video.
Thank you.
Your thing. Do you want to see any more questions? Any more problems worked? Anybody have any more problems they want worked?
Mr. C, I have one from last week,
Sure.
5.3.
All righty.
On my map, my lab statistic.
Oh, on my lab statistics.
Yeah.
Okay, from 5.3. What you got?
Is the exercise on 5.3.31.
Okay, can you feed it to me? Because I don't have it in front of me.
Okay, so let me log in and so it's gonna take me a second. Thank you. If anybody else have something, they could go ahead while I'm doing this. Thank you.
I'm there already. Do you want me to call it out for you?
Yeah, if you've got it, go right ahead. Let me.
Yes, go ahead.
Now, it may not be exactly Miss Theophan's.
It may not be exactly, but if I get the concept, I will be able to work on mine. Because I have everything, only the last part E, I couldn't figure out.
Okay. Can you, yeah, give me what they're trying to get you to do?
Wait, my laptop is dying.
Oh,
What?
all the way to part E. I don't know if we got to work A, B, C, and D to get E. Well, sometimes these parallel the book, but the book doesn't have a part E on 31. Does it look anything like betting on sports? This is 31 and 5.3, but it does not have part E. Is it a completely?
I got it on now. It say according to a poll, about 18% of adults in the country bet on professional sport.
Okay. Yeah, it is similar. Okay, 18%. Got it.
Yes. And the data indicate that 48.2% of the poll of the adult population in this country is male.
Okay.
And we say complete part A through E.
Okay. What does part E say?
Okay. I have to work it out till I get to that. 1 second.
Okay. Yeah, because unfortunately, it's very similar to this one. They just changed the 17% to 18%.
Okay.
They changed the 48.
Yeah, it's almost the same.
Almost the same, except I don't have a part E. It ends at part D and then you charge into 32. So I'm blind on part E. What they asked you for.
Yeah, I have to. Because it reset mine, so I'll have to work my answers to get to part E now.
Okay, no
Or
problem.
let me just put anything so I could get part E.
Sure,
Let me just do that.
good thing. Always nice to have a little song.
Oh, my son is listening.
Certainly, no problem.
All right, part E say, how will the information in part D affect the population if compete in part C? Select the correct choice below and fill any answer box within your choice.
Okay, I got this much. How will information in
Part D
part D
affect the probability you compete in part C?
probability in part C?
Yes.
Well, let's see if it's D and C are really similar, hopefully to this. What kind of choices do they give you in the drop down thing? Because they're asking something really similar.
The drop down will give probability for male or bet. The choices will be probability of male or bet on professional sport equal, and there is a box, empty box. That's the one I have to fill it up. Or choice B is this information does not affect the probability compete in part C. That's not the answer.
That's not the answer. Now, do they give you a choice of something to enter?
The choice is part D will part D say the poll data indicate that 11.2% of adults in this country are male and bet on professional sport. What does this indicate about the assumption in part B?
Okay, basically, what I can tell about our answers here, basically say it's not independent. Do they give you a choice of not independent? You went mute. If you try to talk to me, you went mute.
Okay, I did cut off my mic. No, it did not give me the independent choice.
It wants you to literally type something?
Yeah, they want me to type something, the answer.
Well, near as I can figure, it's paralleling what's in the book here, and the answer in the book is not independent.
No, it doesn't talk anything about independent. Okay, that was part D. Yeah, the assumption was incorrect and the event are not independent. That's part D. But this one continued to part E.
Yeah, how will information in part D?
Yeah, affect the probability you compete in part C.
They want you to literally type something.
Yeah, they want you to type something.
You can't just click on something, huh?
You have to work some numbers out, some probability numbers. I was fine, everything, only that part. I can't figure out what they're asking.
Okay, let's see. What the probability you can choose. Well, yeah, they give a number in the book. It's like 0.548. Okay. You know, it's very hard to do this without being able to see. I because like I say, it's paralleling what's in the book, but it's hard to know what to tell you to enter without being able to see it. I wouldn't even worry about it. You
That's
yeah.
that's the only thing stopping me from scoring 100 on that.
Don't even worry about it. Just tell me you got 100. It's no big deal. In fact,
Okay.
anybody watching this thing, I'll just say cross off 5.3.31E. Yeah, don't even worry about it.
Yeah, it took me some time. At least I spend every day's time trying to figure out, but I can't.
Don't even worry about it. It's hard to know. They give you a drop down thing and you can click on some choice. But
No, they actually want me to enter some numbers there.
yeah, without me being able to see in front of you, it's really hard to help you.
Okay, thank you, Mr. C.
Anybody want to see anything more?
No, I'm good.
Okay. Is everybody else good, or anybody want to see anything more before we end the meeting?
Yeah, sorry.
Go ahead.
Can I see file 4, number 29?
Is this off my lab? Or is this out of the
Yes.
book?
It's my lab. I'll pull it up for a second. I was following along with her question.
Sure. Is it parallel what the book has with planting tulips?
Yes.
You want to give me the number? Have you got the numbers in front of you, or is this close enough? I could just work this one.
That's close enough, I think.
Okay. So this is 5.4, page 270, problem 29. And what you have is a bag of tulips, tulip bulbs, and they tell you what's in it. 12 red, 10 yellow, 8 purple. And they tell you there's 30, and sure enough, that totals 30. Okay, you don't really need a tree diagram, but if this is going to parallel the liking both songs or not liking two songs, there, part A, probability 2 red bulbs. Or in other words, you pull 2 red bulbs. Now they haven't said anything. Here's the bag of the 30 bulbs. Here's what each color they are. Probability 2 randomly selected bulbs are both red. They haven't said a word about replacement, without replacement, but it is implied by the numbers. So in other words, we take 2 slots. You want them both red. So you blindly reach in, pick out. Can you tell that your probability would be 12 out of 30 to pull a red one? And then you're going to assume a red one is pulled. Red bulb. Before you pull this one, can you tell that would leave 11 out of 29? Questions about that one? And notice you're reducing by 1 because it's the same condition in both polls. If this had been a different color, you'd have had whatever color. If this had been a red and yellow, which it is further down, I think, you'd had a 10 here out of the 29. I think 12 times 11 is 132. Yep. And 30 times 29 is 870. Is that too fast?
No, it's all right.
Okay. So you want to see all the parts? You want to see part B?
Yes, please.
Okay. Probability first red, you pull the first red one, second yellow. Well, your first red is going to be identical to this. 2 slots again, red, yellow. So you're going to have 12 out of 30. Now you don't have go 11 unless there'd been 11 yellow, but no, this condition is different. So you assume a red one is polled, but that leaves 10 yellow. But with a bulb polled, there's still only 29 bulbs. So that's going to be 120 over 870 again. Questions about that?
No, I'm good.
Okay. I think C reverses it. First yellow, second red. Can you tell it's going to be the same thing? It's just reversed. Probably first yellow, second red. All right, so you want a yellow, then a red. Well, with the yellow, you're starting with the 10 yellow over 30. All right, again, it doesn't reduce to 9 because you've got a red condition, and the red condition is that there's 12 red. So that's 12 over 29 because there is a bulb pulled. You assume a yellow bulb is pulled. A yellow bulb. So there's a bulb missing, but it's yellow. That still leaves 12 red. And that's still 120 over your 870. It's the same identical to this, just reversed. But the order you multiply doesn't matter. Questions about that?
No, I was stacking it up, like keep going, keep pulling. So my 30 got less and less and less.
Oh, okay.
Does that make sense? Yeah,
Okay.
sorry.
No, no problem. There's just 2 bulbs. Yeah, they're just talking about 2 bulbs.
Okay, thank you.
Now D is worded a little weird. It parallels again the song problem. Probability 1 bulb, red, 1 or the other yellow. All right, to understand this, again, look at a chart. All right, bulb 1, bulb 2, both red, red, yellow. First one yellow, second one red, and then both yellow. All right, row 1, that was part A. 2 red bulbs. Basically, they're asking about row 1. Row 2, first one red, second yellow. That's part B, was row 2. First red, second yellow. Part C was row 3. He's basically just working his way right down the chart. First yellow, second red. All right. So do you see that when he's asking for 1 bulb red, the other yellow, that's basically the answers to B and C? Rows 2 and 3 here. 1 bulb, they're the only rows with 1 bulb red, the other yellow. The 2 red don't count, the 2 yellow don't count. Now in B, we had 120 over 870. And also C, 120. That's 8, God, what am I doing? 870 and 120 over 870. So the answer to D is basically row 2 plus row 3, meaning 120 over 870, add another 120 over 870 to 40 over 870. Questions about that?
Got it. Thank you so much.
Okay, sure thing. He basically is just having you work your way down through the problem. So actually to get D, you had to have worked, well, certainly B and C anyway. To get to D. Other questions? "55 minutes, pretty late on a Thursday night. Appreciate y'all coming out. Does this mean we're about finished?
I'm good with questions.
Okay. Everybody else about finished? We ready to end?
Yes, thank you.
Okay, sure thing. Look for the test tomorrow and email me with any questions you might have. Appreciate you coming out. We'll end the meeting. Thank you.
Thank you. Good night.
Sure thing.